Hello, it's Just Coming here, and welcome back to Minecraft Story Mode. And today, I'm going to be going over all of the chapters in one today. So, I've done a separate video for all 5 of them. If you've not seen that, it was like a little mini-series where I was going through all of them in one. But now this is going to be my full video, where I'm going to be going all over them again in one full video. Now, just to let you know that this video might be really long, it won't be an hour. It'll be like 50 minutes, something like that, because I've got a lot to go through on this. I've got a lot of talking to do. So, yeah. So, I know for a fact I won't explain everything from all the episodes that happens. I might mainly talk about the main headlines that happen in those ones and let you know. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna talk about. I might just talk about like the main headlines. I know for a fact the video might still be like 50 minutes long, but I want to talk about mainly the main headline that happens. And if you haven't seen my series that I've done on this, you can go and watch it. There's a full playlist that has got all my videos in there. So if you've not seen all of them, I did actually complete this. It was actually at the end of last year. I completed it. Yeah, it was actually at the end of last year. That's when I completed this. Yeah. So if you want to go and watch all of them, I recommend you checking them all out from that way. If you haven't seen them. So yeah. So yeah, let's begin then, shall we? With episode number 1 at the beginning of season 2. So let's read the little headline. As old friends and new responsibilities pull Jesse into different directions, the discovery of a strange pyramid Galantis leads our heroes into a whole new world of mystery and danger. So, the main headline of the first episode is we went to a sea temple, or as I call it, Sea Temple of Colossus, because if you didn't know, them big giant fella guys, they were actually Colossus. If you didn't know, they were Colossus. So yeah, so the main headline of episode 1 is we went there, and we had to go and discover something. That's what we had to do over there. If you don't know who Jack is, that's Jack in the background there. If you don't know who he is, we had to meet him in one of the episodes. We had to go to his shop, and he had to help us out on our journey. So yeah, that's who Jack is in the background. He had to help us out, basically. And you already know who that is next to Jesse, so I'm not even going to say anything. Not during episode 2 yet. We'll be moving on to that soon. Anyway, so in one of the episodes, we went to Jack's shop, and he had to help us out. Also, we had his buddy Nerm as well with us as well. We had him as well, and I think we did have Voz at the time as well. If I remember. We did have Voz and Nerm, didn't we? We did, yeah. So we had them as well. That's the main thing that happens in episode 1. We go there, and the other headlines is we meet our new we meet our new owner called Raider. If you don't know, he's actually the owner of Beacon Town. If you don't know, if you didn't actually know, he actually used to live in Champion City, according to what I heard. But he did eventually move over to Beacon Town. So, he's actually the owner of my town. So he's like right at the beginning of the first episode. He's like right near the beginning of it. So right at the beginning, you get me, Olivia, Axel, and Lucas. If you don't know, Lucas reads the book about the last season, and stuff like that, and what's going to happen in this season. Literally all 3 of us are just literally sat down and listening to him reading the book. So yeah, that was pretty good. I just love it how Axel are just saying a load of random things again, because I love Axel. Axel's a really good character. I do like him. I really loved him in the first season, yeah, it was really a really good, wasn't it? Yeah, and then Radar just pops in after that, and he finds me, yeah, and then he literally just keeps talking and talking and talking, yeah, he was a bit of a funny character, Radar, wasn't he? When he kept on just talking and talking all the time. I mean, he was a bit of a chatterboxer, wasn't he? When we first met him. I didn't even realise he was actually going to be like that, if I'm being honest with you. I didn't even know he was going to be like a big, massive chatterboxer. I wasn't expecting it, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, when I met him, he was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy when we met him. Yeah, he was just a very nice guy. So, yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so that's what happens. There, I guess. And then the other main headline you should know is yeah, the bit that we explore next is all Beacon Town and stuff like that. We meet Nell again from season 1. I loved Nell. Not just because of her voice, just because I did like Nell. I think she was really nice. I remember in the last season, I can't remember which episode it was actually. I can't remember what it was called now. Where we were doing like a race, and I think we were racing them or something. I can't remember now. Yeah, I just loved it of all the funny stuff she was saying from the last season as well, which was just very nice of her as well. So that was pretty cool, wasn't it? That was pretty cool. So yeah. And then we had to build a statue. That was the main thing in that. And then we explored Beacon Town. We bumped into Stampy and Stacey quite early on as well, and we had a bit of a chat with them about stuff. And then after that, we had to go and meet Petra at the mines. After that, that's what we had to do after that. Yeah, that's when we met Petra again for the first time since last season as well. Because knowing Petra, she's always at the mines. She's always at the mines. You know, that's her favourite place. She's always down there. Whether she's on her own or she's with someone, she always just loves being in the mines. She loves it. Yeah, she loves it. So, yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, that was that. And then I'm not going to go through everything, by the way, in each of them, just because I've already done like an entire video going over them in full. I've gone over them in full. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go through. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go through all of them, all of everything that happens, because I've already done a full video going over it. So yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to do just a little bit of the main headlines of what happens. But yeah, so yeah, this is where our story begins. Episode 1. This is where it begins. Our next adventure to find things. And the adventure mainly started when we went to the Sea Temple. That's where the adventure actually started. While we actually went there. That's where it actually happened. Yeah, so that's how it happened. That was the little main headline from episode number 1. Yeah, so there you go. And then right near the end of it, the big giant Colossus guy comes alive. Well, I know that there is a point where we're trying to escape from him. And after that, he appears out of nowhere. And then episode 1 ends after that. So yeah, a bit of a mystery story if I'm thinking about it from the start. But there you go. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's everything of episode 1 now that I've gone through. Yeah, like I said, if you want to watch the whole videos of episode 1, there is a full playlist down below that has got all of them in there. Okay, right. Let's move on. Right, let's move on. Right, episode 2. I actually forgot to read the first episode, actually. Hero in Residence is what it was called. Alright, moving on. Episode 2 is called Giant Consequences. So this one was, this one was kind of a bit of an intense one, so, yeah, let's read the main headline. Powerful foe emergencies in Beacon Town as subject Jesse and some bizarre and deadly challenges friendships will be tested and new lances formed as Jesse fights. Save the world from a mighty enemy. So, this is why it gets a little bit intense now, this one. So the main headline to this one, we had to go to the Palace of Despair. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it that. So yeah, we had to go to that palace on the screen there. Yeah, you can see it on the screen there. Yeah, we had to go there, by the way, and we had to solve like a massive thing, and also we had to go and get the clock, if you didn't know as well, because if you didn't know, the clock was destroyed, by the way. If you didn't know. So, yeah, so right at the start of episode 2, this is actually where we fight the Colossus admin guy. If you actually didn't know that he was actually the admin, by the way, if you didn't know. So yeah, we had to fight him. And then when we destroyed him, we got the clock back. We managed to get it back, because I know at one point you were turning it to... Apparently you mentioned something about it's boring daylight, what about if we do it at night time? You know, that was kind of his main headline. And I was like, why are we doing it at night time? Can we just do it in the day? Yeah, he said something about that daytime was boring or something, I don't know. Oh no, he said broad daylight, that's what he said. Broad daylight was boring, I think, yeah, that's what he said. So yeah. So yeah, we had to destroy him. And then after that, when it went, the clock, we got the clock back, which was pretty good. And then there was a point where we turned it back daytime. So that's what happened there, by the way. And then after that, something appeared after that. There was snow falling, even though it wasn't in a snow biome. And then all of a sudden, this bleeding snowy fella appears, for some reason. And then it turns out that he was the admin in the end. So it turns out that it was him. It was him that was the admin now. So it wasn't that giant Colossus fella. It was now the snowy fella. And then we had to follow his snow to the Palace of Despair, which, as I mentioned, is up there. As I said, the reason why we had to go there is to get the clock back, because if you didn't know, if you guys didn't know that the clock actually disappeared, we had to get it back. Apparently the admin actually took it away, so we had to go there and get it back. So yeah, there was a few of us that went, including Voss, by the way. So yeah, we all went, and also Stella and Luna as well. While we did spot them, by the way. When we went there with them. So that was that was that. And then and then we had to solve a few puzzles in the palace, and stuff like that. That's what we had to do there. There was a thing where I had to make a choice, by the way, to either go with Lucas or Radar, or go with Petra, Voss and Jack. But the way that I went was I went Petra's way. That's the way that I went in the video. Now, like I said, when I do that again, I'll actually be going the other way when I do it again. So I'll be going at Lucas and Radar's way when I do it again. See, I want to do like the whole race starts on it. I will be when I do the whole race starts, I will be going the other way. So so that's the way that I went, and then I had to solve all the puzzles in there, and the admin came, started doing a lot of things to us, and stuff like that. Okay, right, now I'm going to move on to the bit where we're all back together, and the admin appears again. If you didn't know, Voss goes missing, and also Stella goes missing as well. I know that Luna's not with her. I don't know where Luna went actually. I know for a fact that Luna wasn't with us. I don't seem to remember that. I don't know where Luna went. But I know that Stella, when she went down that waterfall thing, she was actually on her own. She was by herself, so like Luna wasn't there with her. So I know that's something I remember. And yeah, Voss went down there as well, by the way, as well. So yeah. So that was kind of the main thing that happened there, and then we had to just keep on searching for the clock. And then eventually we found the clock. We eventually found it, and another thing that we had to do is we had to go up there and get it. That's what we had to do now. We had to go up there and get it. That's what we had to do. It did take a bit of time, but like I said, we finally got there in the end, and we finally got where the clock were, which was pretty good. And we actually managed to find Stella trapped in a block of ice. Luna did actually come back, so we did actually have Luna again. And the most funny thing is, by the way, is Luna kept running away from Stella. It was like, and it turns out that like Luna wasn't her owner. It was like, no, Luna's my owner now. She's not yours anymore. I mean, yeah, there you go. So yeah, I did manage to trap Stella. There was a choice whether to trap her or not, and I just left her there. Eventually, she did actually break out. Eventually, but yeah, she did actually stay in there because I didn't want to break her out. So yeah, that's that. And then the final headline I'm going to go over on episode 2 is where something dramatically happens, if you don't know. So yeah, we found out who the real admin is. We actually found out, and it was Voss. In the end, Voss was the real admin in the end. All this time we knew him, and all this time he's been the admin out behind our backs, and we've not known at all that it was him. We didn't even know. So yeah, he was the real admin. He did like his impression thing right at the end, and then eventually he turned red and black, and he was eventually the admin. He turned red and black, and he was the admin. And yeah, it kind of really shocked me when I found out about that. I mean, I thought Voss was really friendly at first. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, he turned into the admin. And all this time, we thought he was friendly, and he wasn't. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's the main headline of episode 2. Yeah, that's the main headline that happens. We go to the Palace of Despair to find the clock, and Voss turns into the admin right near the end, which is not great. So there you go. So yeah, if you want to watch all the episodes from number 2, I will leave the playlist down below for that one. Okay, right, moving on. Episode number 3, Jailhouse Block. So yeah, mainly this one is mainly in jail. This one's mainly a jail episode. This one, which for some reason felt a little bit weird. Apparently they didn't want to call it prison, so I had to call it jail, because we don't use the P word. Yeah, apparently they didn't use the P word when you were there. So this episode's a bit of a weird one, because this is actually where we leave all our friends now, for a little bit now. So this is actually where I'm actually on my own, and you can see that the hand thing has disappeared on me now, as you can see. Because if you didn't know, right at the end of the last one, the admin actually takes the glove off me. And I think if I remember, I think he puts it on Jack, if I remember. I think he does, or is it Petra? Can't remember. I think it's Jack he puts the glove on Jack, I think. And then actually finally, and then finally the glove's actually off my hand, thank God, because it was on my hand for a while. So yeah, this is the main headline. Jesse and the gang must brave a dangerous prison. That P word. and it's even more dangerous inmates to reach the secret at a prison's heart. But when the enemy tries to re-secure Joss's friends, will they enable to reset the call? I think it's called reset the call. So I know that we normally don't use the P word, but I'm going to use the P word, because normally, I know that in the episode, that guy mentions about we don't use the P word, but I'm just going to say the P word because I'm allowed to say it, so. Yeah. So basically, it's a big giant prison, by the way. That's what it is, big giant prison. Yeah, I'm all by myself right at the start, and there's like an orange path that I have to follow, and it takes me in to like the main prison area. Also, there's like a sound recording box right next to me. If you didn't actually know, that was actually the admin talking. If you didn't know, that was actually him speaking. And every time he said something, he just kept on repeating the same thing again. And it was like, you know what, I'm just gonna move on from it. So, yeah, so that was the main headline. Yeah, the main headline is we're in jail. Basically, you can tell by the thumbnail. The thumbnail, the picture on the screen. Yeah, and then the remainder of the episode is we're in prison. We're actually trying to escape. Yeah, that was the main thing that happened. If you don't know. I know. Yeah, another thing. There is something I didn't actually mention when I was doing episode 3, and that is we had a new YouTuber in the game. There was a new YouTuber in episode 3. Now I'm not going to explain it until I do the actual video on it. So yeah, I'm going to do a video on this. And my controller disconnects. Yeah, I'm gonna do an actual video on this coming up soon, so stay on for that. But yeah, we actually spot a new YouTuber, which for some reason I forgot to mention. I do not know why. I don't know why I forgot to mention it, but yeah, there is a new YouTuber that we spot in this. So there you go. It's kind of in a bit where we actually go into prison itself and we actually try and escape. So yeah, it's kind of like the main section of prison, basically, of actually where we find them. So yeah, and then after that we just have to escape prison. We talk to a lot of people, and that was the main headline of that. That's what we had to do for that. We had to try and just escape prison. That was the main headline of that one. So we chatted to a load of people in that one, yeah, that's what we had to do there. And then there was a point where we had to move to the next floor because we were not being great. So we had to. I think it was called something. I think if I remember, it was called something zombies. If I remember, the next one we were on. I think something prison or something. I don't know. Something prison it were called anyway. Yeah, something prison it were called. That we had to do. So yeah, we had to go there and check out all them. And then there was a point where we finally made our escape, by the way. Yeah, we had to jump down to this little thing that we had to jump down after that. Yeah, unfortunately, all of us didn't go. There was only me, Luna, and Nerm that only went. Apparently all the others didn't go because there was a cage right in the middle, so all of us didn't go, unfortunately. So yeah, so that was not great. So yeah, and then we met Zara. After that, she was trapped in there. I don't even know how long she was actually in there. But yeah, if you actually didn't know, by the way, that the admin actually trapped her in there. If you didn't know, it was actually the admin that trapped her in there. If you didn't know, I will be reading his main identity coming up soon. So, but anyway, yeah, the admin trapped her in there, basically. Yeah, we found a lot of free, which were good. Yeah, there was pressure plates on the ground. I think it was something to do with like blowing up something if you step on one of them or something. Yeah. And then the next thing that happens is, this is something that I do not like, by the way, is we had to make a massive decision. And that was either leaving Nurm behind or Luna behind. And this is the bit I didn't like. This is the bit that kind of did kind of make me a bit sad. Because I didn't like this bit at all, and there was only one choice I had to make. I couldn't, for some reason I couldn't take both of them with me. I had to leave one of them behind. And I didn't like this. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So my choice were, if you've not seen the actual video, I took Nurm with me, and I left Luna behind. In the restart, I will be doing it the other way around. I will be taking Luna with me and not Nurm. So when you see the restart, you'll find out. Yeah, and I felt really sad leaving Luna behind, because like I think she was stuck in there for, a while, until someone came and someone rescued her. So there was a point where someone did rescue her, but I know that she was in there a while, by the way. I literally just don't understand why I couldn't take both of them with me. I literally just don't understand of why that were. But I mean that was Zara's choice at the end of the day, so I can't do nothing about that. But yeah, there you go. So that's what happens there. But yeah, so that's what happens there. So anyway, yeah, we'll just move on to the main bit now, and we have to just fight our way through Googlies, the ghasts, and there was a point where we were fighting like a big ghast, something like that. So yeah, we're doing that. So yeah, and then yeah, and then if you didn't know that our exit to the prison was actually that diamond thingy, whatever it was called, that diamond block thing, whatever it was called. And yeah, if you didn't know, we had to go there, by the way, and that was actually our escape route to actually leave. So yeah, we had to go all the way there. It took us a bit of a while to get there, but eventually we did actually get there in the end. It did take us a bit of a while, but yeah, we did eventually get there. And yeah, and then all of us were back together after that. All the group were back together, yeah, and then finally in the end we actually finally escaped. So that was pretty cool as well. Yeah. So there you go. So that was the whole of episode 3. That's what happened in that one. So the main headline of this one is we're in jail or prison. That's why it's called Jailhouse Block, because it's like a jailhouse basically. It's like a jailhouse. So that's what they call it that. Because it's like a jail, a full jail, and a prison as well. So it's just mainly like a full sort of thing. By the way, that's what this one's all about. So yeah, that's that one. So if you've not seen all the episodes of this one, they're all in the playlist. All right, moving on. Episode 4 is called Below the Bedrock. So yeah, so this is where we go below the bedrock now. The main headline, Below the Bedrock. So this is where, in one full episode, we're underneath it. And if you didn't know, in proper Minecraft it doesn't work, but in story mode it does. So there you go. Right, let's read the main headline. Our heroes take the journey to a long-forgotten land where there's nothing quite what it seems. Dangerous lurch around every corner. Will Jesse's new alliances and friendships will stand the test they face. So yeah, as it says in the main headline, it's a long-forgotten land with nothing there. So there you go. We're below the bedrock, and there is nothing there. I mean, right at the start of this episode, there was a giant Enderman that appeared out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. I don't even know where the hell he came from. But yeah, there was like a giant Enderman that appeared, and he just literally he was literally just doing like loads of random things. By the way, he were doing loads of things that I didn't actually like at all from it. So that's what he were doing there. So yeah, that's what he were doing. I didn't actually like it, by the way. It wasn't great, by the way. It wasn't great at all. But yeah. So that was that, and then yeah, and then there was a point where we actually spot a lost town, and if you didn't know, that was actually Zora's town. If you didn't know, that's where Zora, I think, where she used to live, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think where she used to live, if I'm right. Yeah, I think she mentioned something about that she doesn't live there anymore. I think that's what she said, because I think it was all abandoned and there was no people there. And I felt really sorry for her, if I'm being honest with you. Was it the I think it was the admin that destroyed it, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, so I felt really bad for her because all the town was destroyed. I felt really bad. I felt really bad for her. Yeah, so yeah, we had to just try and discover loads and loads of things in that one. Yeah, that was what was going on there. So yeah, that's what was going on there, and then after that, we actually went to another town. If you didn't know, yeah, we actually went to another town where there was loads of random people, and we met this girl called Binta, and she was actually the owner of a. I think it was like a village more than a town actually. I think it was like a village sort of actually. But yeah, Binta was like the main person of the village, and we met her and she was just chatting about, oh, we've got new visitors here and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, we met her and yeah, and yeah, we just chatted a few things. I chatted to loads of the other people about a few things as well, something that I had to know, and all of that. Yeah, so that's where we had to go there, by the way, and stuff like that. And yeah, and then Zara mentions about Fred. If you don't know, and if you don't know who Fred is, he was the guy that used to be with us, but he weren't anymore. He got taken down. He got taken down, and unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention something. The end of the I'm just gonna pause it there for a second. End of the episode 3 cutscene. The Admid turns into me. By the way, pretends to be me at the end. Didn't know there's a bit where Lucas goes to the main section of where it all began, and he spots Jesse there. And is it the real Jesse? No. It was the Admid. The Admid turned into me, by the way. He turned into me, just to let you know. Yeah, he turned into me. That's what happened. There is a point where you actually see him turning into me. I think that's... Is that at the end of the... Is that the end of episode 2? No. No? I know there is... I know that there is a bit where he turns into me, but I don't know where it is. I can't remember which bit it is now where he turns into me. I can't remember. I know it's somewhere. I can't remember now. Yeah, there is a bit where he turns into me, but I can't remember whereabouts it is again. I can't remember, but yeah, I think you guys will probably know anyway where he turns into me. I think it's somewhere between 2 and 3 of where he turns into me, but I can't remember whereabouts it is. I can't actually remember whereabouts it is. I actually can't remember. But yeah, you guys will find out anyway. But anyway, yeah, so he spots me, he turns into me, pretends to be me, and then it cuts out after that. So there you go. There you go. Right, anyway, back to our now episode 4. Yeah, so we spot this village, we have to build Fred. I think we built like Fred. We had to build his face, so we had to do like a regular face of him. I think that's what we had to do. So yeah, I did that. There was also a quiz that happened, which I was not great at all. I was terrible at the quiz, by the way, absolutely terrible at that. Yeah, that didn't go down successfully. That quiz. I didn't do a good job on that at all. But yeah, that was fine from me. And then after that, we discovered something down below us. It was like a map, and we had to find things in there to try and spot where Fred were and stuff like that. So we had to do all that, reading all these books and stuff like that. And then when we read one of his books, the next journey that we had to go to is the cabin. If you didn't know, there was like a little cabin that we had to go to try and find some more secret identities. And this is actually where I read the main identity of that person. So that's what happens there. Before that, we find Ivor again as well from season 1. If you don't know, that's where we finally see Ivor in it. It looks a little bit different from what he used to look like. He had a bit of a haircut, and if you actually didn't know that he was like the main ninja, if you didn't know, from the admin, you know, the Jesse admin. Yeah, if you didn't know, the admin was with the ninja, and was with the ninja, and apparently he was there right at the start, and then we actually spot him again in this one, and he was like having a bit of a battle with me. Sort of, and then when he put over his mask, I thought, I knew that was going to be Ivor. I knew it. I knew that was going to, I didn't even realise it were him, but I knew for a fact that what he was doing, I knew that was Ivor. I actually knew that was. Yeah, we finally spotted him in this season, which was really cool of him. Yeah, we had a bit of a chat with him. Then after that, like a ninja, he zoomed off. So that was pretty nice, wasn't it? I've seen him again. And then the main thing after that that happened is we had to go through this. I think it was like a big massive wall we had to go through to go to the cabin. And apparently these little fellas, if you didn't know, were blocking us out the way. So that's where we had to go after that. Oh yeah, something else that happens in this episode as well, something I didn't mention, is we actually lose Jack. If you don't know, we lose Jack, unfortunately. So that's what happens there. There was like a choice that I had to make, and apparently I lost Jack, so that was not great. So yeah, we actually meet these little guys again that we met quite early on in the episode, and we went to do a thing. Apparently they weren't even doing anything; they were just like making something up, which was not great at all. So yeah, we went through that, and then finally we landed at the cabin. There was only me, Petra, and Raider that was with us. So yeah, and then we had to go to the main cabin area. That's where we had to go next, and we had to spot something and stuff like that. And this is where I finally reveal the main identity of this, of who the admin actually were. It was Roman. That's who it were. It was Roman. The whole time we thought his name was Voz. Nope, it was Roman. He was Roman. So Roman, Voz, or Voz Roman, whatever you call him. So it was Roman that did all this. So the bit where he trapped Zara in prison, in the little thing, where he destroyed my town when I get back there, and he destroyed Zara's town. He did a lot of things. And yeah, so Roman is the admin who did all this. He did every single bit of it. Every single thing he destroyed, he did all of it. Every single bit of it he destroyed. He absolutely destroyed. So yeah, we went in the cabin and we had to find a few clues. We did actually finally find the next book in the end, which was under Zara's bed, and it was revealing more stuff about the book. And then yeah, and then after that, we had to go to the end after that. We had to finally make our way home after that. So there was that Enderman, there was a load of random things. And then after that, by the way, there was another choice I had to make right near the end, if you didn't know. There was a bit where I was mentioning it was too dangerous to stay on. I didn't mention that. Mention that in it. But the final bit of episode 4 is something that I don't like at all. Another thing that I don't like, and that was to either leave Radar behind with the giant Enderman fella, or leave Fred's people behind. And I thought that saving Fred's people probably would be the best idea, rather than leaving them behind. So yeah, we unfortunately we had to leave Radar. We had to leave him behind to distract the Enderman, and he did eventually do it. And all Fred's people went through the portal, and yeah, we all just escaped, and that's what we did. We had the thing, whatever we called that, what was that thing called now? Was it the amulet? Is that what they were called? Yeah, the amulet. Yeah, from I know that I do remember it from season 1. So we used that to escape, and the portal lit, and yeah, and then we all went through and escaped. Unfortunately, we had to leave Radar with the giant Enderman fella. So there you go. And then eventually we got out, we saw everybody, and then something happens. We reveal a big giant thing. Beacon Town is not the same as what it were. There was stuff everywhere. There was a giant tower. Everything was in red and black. There was the admin's pictures everywhere. God, it was massively, absolutely massively at the end. So, and then it ends. There you go. So there we are. So that's the whole of episode 4. When we were below the bedrock. I mean, it was a good journey underneath that, but not a lot that happened. I mean, it wasn't as great, if I'm being honest with you. But there you go. So yeah, if you want to watch all these, I will leave the playlist in the description. Right, and the final one is called Above and Beyond. So this is where the final battle begins. This is where the battle finally happens with the real admin guy. So here's the main headline. The final battle with Jesse's new enemy brings the battle home to Beacon Town, and the world may never be the same. So there we are, there's the main headline. So, yes, this is where all the final battle happens. This is where we finally take the admin out. And all in all, I didn't actually find it that difficult. It was actually really easy to do when we actually took him out. It was really easy to do, by the way. Absolutely easy to do. Yeah, we finally did take him out in the end. It wasn't actually that hard in the end. Yeah, it was absolutely really easy. It was really easy to do, and yeah, we finally took him out in the end. So, but yeah, before that, we had to go through Beacon Town and see all the stuff that happened to it, which was not great at all, by the way. It was not great. There was stuff everywhere. Ruben's thing was destroyed again, that I didn't actually repair before, but apparently it was destroyed again. Yeah, it was not the same. It was not the same as what it used to look like. Yeah, it was not great. So I had to come up with loads and loads of things to try and work out how to distract it and try and get up to the massive. The main headline was to go up to the massive tower. That was like the main headline. We had to go all the way up there, and that's the main thing that we had to do. So what we did do is we went into Jack's shop, and yeah, we went in there, and yeah, we had to discover a few things, and this is where Luna comes back as well. So this is the bit where Luna returns with Ivor. So if you don't know, Ivor is the one that actually rescues Luna from that little prison box thing, and yeah, and this is where we actually have Luna back. So yeah, you know, I was really relieved when Luna came back. I was actually really relieved when she came back. and I was really happy about that. I was really, really delighted for her, actually, that Ivor, and Ivor's that person that saves people, so Ivor saved the day, so I was really proud of Ivor, I was really proud of it. So there you go. Yeah, I was really, really proud of him. So yeah, that was that. So we had to plan a load of random things to try and distract the admin. Yeah, and then the next bit is where he's actually with Axel and Olivia. So he's with Axel and Olivia, who we saw right at the start of this season. But they didn't actually know that was actually me. They didn't even know that was that was actually me. That was the returned one. So they didn't even know that was actually me. And then there is a point where we sneak behind them, yeah. And then apparently they actually already knew that was not me. They already knew that were. So they actually went with us. So it was like a big, massive distraction with the admin and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what we did there. And then the next bit is where we had to go backstage and we had to get loads of fireworks. And yeah, we had to get load of fireworks from the back of the area where all the backstage where all the backstage stuff is. There was a point where Ivor does actually appear again, like right behind the stage, but I think he's invisible, so we don't actually see him. Because we couldn't like go over to him and chat to him real, so yeah. But yeah, so we had to find out loads of fireworks. That's what we had to do, and then our biggest priority after that was to go up to the tower. And yeah, Axel and Olivia were actually distracting the admin. They were trying to distract it when he were doing his stage stuff. And then after that, he spots me. He spots me. And then I think Jesse goes, "Oh no!" He does that. Yeah, he does that. And then he just flies quickly away from the admin. And then after that, this is where something big happens when we get to the tower. If you don't know, with Petra and Jack and all them come. Yeah, this is where it doesn't look as great. So all of them thought, when all of them spotted me, they thought that I was the admin. That's what they thought. All of them thought that I were. And then Lucas said about why you're doing all this and stuff like that. And then I mentioned to Lucas saying that I'm not the admin. I didn't do all this. It was the admin that do this. It was the other Jesse that did this. It weren't me. They didn't understand it at first, and then when I went over all of it in full about what he all did and stuff about Roman, they all actually finally understood it in the end. I mean, the funny thing is, Stampy had loads of parrots on his shoulder. I mean, I don't even know how many parrots did he have on his shoulder. He had loads of parrots on him. I mean, were there his enforcers or something with all them parrots on him? I mean, what was that all about? Having loads of parrots on him. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Yeah, and then they finally understood it in the end that it actually was me. It wasn't me. In the end, and they all found out that it wasn't me. And then after that, we all went together, and we finally had a chance to take him down. I put my armor on, and yeah. And then the next bit is where we had to actually talk to the actual Jesse itself. By the way, it was either that or actually attacking the admin in the end. But the one I chose was actually chatting to him in person, so that's the one I chose. Yeah, and then this is the bit where we just chat to him in full now. It was a bit weird talking to him because it was actually me, so it was a bit weird, like having a bit of a Jesse versus Jesse talk sort of thing. So it was a little bit weird. But yeah. But that's what I did there. And then eventually after that, he actually turned back into Voz Roman again. Because apparently he said something about that he didn't like being Jesse because something saying about that he talks to them and talks to them and talks to them. He didn't actually like it, so that's why he actually fully turned back again. after that. Right, since we are getting nearly an hour, I'm going to mention the final bit that happens now in this one, and then that's going to be it. By the way, and then I'll be ending it. And that is where the big massive battle happens now. So we finally take him out in the end. He loses all of his powers. Radar comes back right at the end as well. And this is where Aldi Admid loses all his powers. We have to work out a code to try and do something. There's a bit where Fred appears and we chat to him. And then we finally destroy Roman. And he loses all of his powers and he's back to an original Roman again with no more powers. So, yeah, and then the battle is over. That's the final battle. And then there was a choice where I had to either leave Roman behind or take him with us, but the choice that I made was leaving him behind. So that's what I did, and that's it, guys. And that is the end of season 2. That's the full story of it. That's everything that happens. So yeah, that was my full video of going over all 1 to 5 episodes in one full video and letting you know. I mean, all in all, I've really enjoyed Season 2. I think it's been really good. Better than Season 1, if I'm being honest with you. There's a lot that happens in this season. There's a lot that happens in it. And, yeah, I'm really, really glad about that. It is a bit sad that they didn't make a Season 3. It was a little bit sad. The reason why that there isn't a Season 3 is because that they're actually part of Company. Yeah, I was a bit sad that they did that. I was a little bit sad when they finally parted Company. Yeah, it is a bit of a shame that it's happened. But yeah, there's not we can do about that. Yeah, there's not we can do about it. Yeah, there was actually nothing we could do. So, but yeah, all in all, I've really enjoyed my journey going through Season 2. I think it's been an incredible ride with all the episodes that I've done, yeah, I think it's been brilliant. So yeah, there will be at a point where I will do restarts on it and stuff like that again. So make sure you stay on for that. But that'll be in the future now. I will be doing that now. So stay around for all of that. Yeah, I will be doing that. I mean, all in all, I've really enjoyed my journey on this. I think it's been really good. So yeah, you have and enjoyed it yourself. Yeah, and then all the credits come up right at the end, then it ends. So yeah, really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys have all enjoyed it as well, by the way, and let me know about it. So yeah, yeah, that's it. That's the whole of it. So hopefully you have enjoyed all. You have enjoyed this full video of me going over all of them in one. And yeah, the full playlist is in the description. So if you want to watch it from the start to the end, then you would know what happens and stuff like that. And yeah, I should have started this a while ago. But I just never got round to it. I just never got round to doing it. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to do it today. And oh yeah, one more thing that I am going to say, by the way, is that yeah, there was a little bit of a gap, by the way, from number 1, from number 2. The reason why for that is because if you didn't know that when I did episode 1, I actually did it on the actual Xbox itself, and then I had to wait a couple of weeks until I actually bought the disc for Season 2, and then I had to continue the series again, so there was a little bit of a gap between 1 and 2. Yeah, because unfortunately all the episodes weren't available online, so I had to have a bit of a break from the series until I bought the whole disc, and then when I fully bought it, I actually continued it again. I continued all of it again. So there you go. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the whole story. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed it. Oh yeah, another thing, I won't be doing a review on this. I'm gonna do a review in the future because right now reviews are on a break. So I know that normally after one of these I would do a review, but I'm actually not doing a review. I'm going to do a review on this in the future when they come back, because at the moment they're on a break. Anyway, that is now the end of this full video of me going over everything. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed this. The final time, hopefully you have, and I will see you all later.